What do you do when life doesn't go as planned? When something unexpected changes everything? For Pastor Chad Roberts, that moment came when he lost his eyesight after serving on the mission field in Nicaragua. Chad had a decision to make. Would he pull back, or would he continue forward, trusting God with what he could no longer see? Chad chose faith, and today his story is impacting lives all around the world. Since his teens, Chad has been active in ministry in hundreds of churches across the world, including the church he planted in Kingsport, Tennessee, Preaching Christ Church. PCC began with just 10 people, and it has grown into a thriving church family of more than 1,000. From preaching in over 40 nations, to training pastors, to creating powerful sermons, devotions, and broadcasts, Chad carries a message the church needs right now: how to trust a God you cannot see.
Friends, you and I can't always see what's ahead of the curve, can we? But here's what we can do. We can take God at His word, no matter what we are facing or no matter what we will face.
Whether he's speaking on finding contentment when life isn't fair, discovering joy in suffering, or developing an unshakable confidence in God, Chad brings biblical truth with authenticity, depth, and a perspective people won't forget.
And all I wanted to do is watch that game, and I lied, and I said I was sick, and I laid out of church, and the Bulls won, and I jumped up on the couch, and I was so excited, and my foot went in the back of the couch and went so deep I couldn't get it out, and there I was under the divine judgment of God Almighty.
Matthew Potter, co-founder of Pray.com, shared, "Pastor Chad Roberts is a visceral reminder that our spiritual sight is of much greater importance than our physical sight. We have been honored to host his biblical teaching program, and we have heard from countless individuals whose lives have been transformed by Pastor Chad's personal story and the wisdom he shares so generously and eloquently. Chad often says he's been given an odd assignment, helping people clearly see God's will for their lives as someone who cannot see their faces in the room. And maybe that's exactly why God is using him in such a powerful way. If your church or conference is looking for a speaker who will encourage your people, strengthen their faith, and point them to Christ, we'd love to connect with you. Contact us today to learn more or to book Pastor Chad Roberts for your next service, conference, or event.